Hey everybody, welcome back. Part of the whole new year, new um, producing things, accomplishing things. I am once again just going to give you some random crap. So, a buddy of mine and I were talking about Minecraft the other day, and I had a flashback to some teleporters that I had made use of. And I wanted to say that, I still think I remember these, where you had this like teleporting tube thing that you walked inside of, and you would make addresses by putting like cobblestone inside it. Like you could see the cobblestone in the back of the teleport to and teleport from the two pods at the two other ends of the spectrum, or ends of the wormhole, whatever you want to call it. Maybe that's still a thing. I want to say that might have been in one of the Skyblocks that I had played. But I had also mentioned a thing, and I'm going to go into creative mode here, involving eyes. Um, pirate ship. I'll explain it in a minute. Anyways, to keep anonymity, I will continue to say my buddy, or I will simply address him, you. You know who you are. This is Hexit, part of the Technic pack, Technic launcher, and it's also the first mod pack. After the initial you getting me sucked into Minecraft, um, the next obvious jump was to get me into a mod pack, and Hexit was where it all began. I don't even remember how long ago it was, but Hexit, if you're not familiar, download the Technic launcher, and it's one of their main mod packs, and it was actually updated like a year ago. So despite the fact that we probably did this 10, 12 years ago, it is still updated. Well, it was updated a year ago, and it still works flawlessly. You click it, you download it, there you go. You've got Minecraft, or Hexit. Anyways, coincidentally, here's what I'm talking about. Remember these? You, the guy I'm addressing in this video? You remember these? I remembered them quite on accident by going through the creative mode thing here. Remember QCraft? Apparently that's been updated. But dimensional doors, does that ring a bell? These ancient fabrics. As I recall, I had figured out some way to make these. And I had like a room, like a square room, and like every other column, like this would be like these doors, a warp door. Like this would be a door, this would be a wall, this would be a door, and each one, like I would have a sign above it, and you would open the door and you would go through and warp to a new location. But these are the ones that occur in the wild. Do you remember these? They always had some random stuff inside. And behind these was always that, oh, well, somewhere above, there was that black, that nothingness, that reality fabric or whatever. And you would just wander through these doors. I'm back on the overworld. You would just wander through these doors and be completely lost. But eventually, where'd that other path go? Get there. Remember that? Once you went outside of one of these things, and I want to say nothing happens unless you go back to, yep, in survival. And you didn't die when you hit. Remember this? I forgot to shut the music off. No! And you had this, what was it? Unraveled fabric. I think you used that to create the fabric that made the dimensional doors, and then there were ender eyes. I remember I was always going out to the middle of water to make like an ender trap when it was raining. So then you were kind of stuck here. There was nothing to do, nowhere to go. If you ran up and hit one of these, they'd get all upset and teleport you back. And then you just had to run randomly. Anyways, you saw what I remembered. But I mean, it was cool. It was kind of spooky. There was no real way out. And there was no point to it otherwise, other than just getting in the way of your game. I'll try doing this. Which is probably a dumb idea. Because I don't know how far this dimension goes. There we go. Then you would fall into nothingness, die, respawn, and you'd be back on the overworld. Normally in a random... Oh, it's not a random location. Why did I die? I don't remember dying originally. I remember being just teleported. Maybe I did something wrong. Anyways, there's a way to get out of that dimension. And you didn't die. You didn't lose your stuff. Oh, Geisler Greens. You remember what those are for? I remember what those are for. And Hexit 2 was actually updated more recently. And they also have most of these same mods. I don't know if they have the dimensional doors, but I'm sure keen to find out. Remember the battle towers? Yeah. Good times. Okay. That's all. Bye.